Start, sir.
Hello, everyone. I'm Amit, and before I introduce myself, I would like to introduce the International Internship University, which is world's first internship-based virtual university, building a better and brighter future for all the young learners, and is committed to provide quality, accessible, affordable, and skill-based and location independent education to the learners across the world. IAU is providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internship to their e-learners across the globe with the team of high caliber and experienced global educators. IAU has been accredited and affiliated with World Education Organization and International Accreditation Organization, and collaborated with all world's top universities and educational institutions through the platform of MOOCs. So IAU provides various certifications, diploma courses, and there is always that one person who has the vision that thought the idea behind successful venture organization. And if we talk about the man behind the successful IAU, it's none other than our beloved co-founder IAU, Mr. Piyush Pandit. He concocted the world's first virtual internship university during the pandemic period, and the International Internship University, which we call IIU. And here I am, I'm Amit Kumar from India. I'm a computer science educator and also a Fulbright DAI fellow from US, and a national ICT awardee from President of India, and working as a computer science teacher in the Ministry of Education, Government of India. And here I'm gonna share my presentation on today's topic, and I would like to share my screen. So am I good to go, ma'am? Here I go. Okay, so my topic for the day will be flipped classroom using innovative ICT tools, and we are going to talk about this more and more, because in the post-pandemic era, the question is still there, that how to adopt to this new normal. And the question can be answered with one approach, which I always use in my classroom, and I advocate a lot, because it's time to shed your load and shift a bit onto the young shoulders of your students as a teacher. So first, I'm going to talk about the very important slide here. What are the top 10 21st century skills which are less talked about and they are actually needed in the marketplace? So it's like World Economic Forum. Every year they publish a report, and if you see the year-wise report, you will see these skills coming up. And one of the skill which was very prominent for many years, which was memorizing the information, has gone out of the list, because the information is available freely on internet. When you search any search engine, Bing or Google, whatever, you will get a lot of information everywhere. So information memorizing is not the key now. Now the key is real skills like complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management, coordinating with others, emotional intelligence, decision making, judgments, service orientation, negotiation, cognitive flexibility. We don't normally talk about these skills in any syllabi or curriculum of any university or school, because sometimes we don't know about the marketplace. So there is a gap between industry and academia, which we teachers have to bridge. And in order to bridge that gap, we have to know that what is the demand of industry in the future. So post 2020, job market will need all these skills, but are we ready with this updated skill in our classroom? Are we preparing our students to be future ready? It's a question to every educator. So in the post-pandemic era, another question arises with us. The concept like hybrid learning or after the remote learning concept has arrived now. Some people wants to study from their home, and some people wants to go to colleges or schools. But I believe that human interaction is a very important factor in healthy, to create a healthy learning environment. So flipped classroom or flipped learning can be a pedagogical strategy which can be used in every classroom to make it more conducive post-COVID. And flipped classroom, we see like it's an instructional strategy is a type of blended learning where the students are introduced to content at home and practice working through it at college. In this blended learning approach, face-to-face interaction is mixed with independent study via technology. So the ICT, the information communication technology, is always there, but the technology has made it easy that a blend is being created and a balance has been created between the technology and the human-to-human interaction. So in the flipped classroom approach, students might watch pre-recorded videos at home, collaborate in online discussions, or carry out the research at home, and then come to your school or college to do the homework or to basically discuss, to develop the concept which they have learned at home. So they have some background knowledge of a topic when they come to the classroom, and they engage into the concept in the classroom under the guidance of the mentor, and they expand their learning further. So flipped classroom is more focused on student engagement and active learning, and rather it's a balanced approach between the use of ICT and human-to-human interaction. So it gives an educator a better opportunity to deal with mixed levels of students, their mental levels, or sometimes the student difficulties and different learning styles of the students in the classroom. So now, if we talk about the flipped classroom, a simple diagram shows it all. What happens in a flipped classroom and what happens in a normal classroom. You can see that most of the work is being done out of the class. Here the students are coming prepared, they participate in the class activities as the teacher gives them some topic of discussion or topic of the research to be carried out at home. They come prepared in the class with some prior knowledge or prior background, and they discuss those in the classroom with the mentor and develop their learning further when they go back home. So if you compare the traditional or the flipped classroom approach, you will see like in the traditional approach, teacher instruct, student take notes, and student follow guided instruction, and teacher give assessment and student have homework. But it's not the case in the other one, the flipped one. A teacher instruct the lessons at home, and whether they watch the podcast or not, everything, and they come prepared with everything from home itself, and it has, and the student in the class have deeper understanding of the concept, applications and connections to the contents are made. Students receive support as required in the class. We can talk about the two tools which can be used to inculcate the 21st century skills among the students. They are Wacklet or Microsoft's Flipgrid. Your Flipgrid is basically collaborative flip learning approach where 5 Cs can be inculcated among students in the classroom. 5 Cs refers to creativity, communication skills, and critical thinking, collaboration, and curation, right? And if we talk about the flipped learning, it's basically empowering your students with communication skills, critical thinking skills, and sometimes collaborative also. Now, first we talk about the flipped grid. In the flipped grid, what happens? A teacher creates a group, adds a topic, and initiates a discussion. Now, when a discussion is initiated in the flipped grid, he introduced a topic either by screen recording his own video or add a video clip which can actually ignite the thought process among the students, or he record audio with video. So they are the various mode in which the teacher can initiate a discussion or introduce a topic in the class using technology. Now, he share a flip code or a simple link with the students sitting at home where they can watch his video or the pre-recorded lecture or listen to the audio. Then they do their research at home and they come up with their voice. They record their own video, mostly in the selfie mode. If they are not interested to show their face, it can be on the audio, or it can also be a blurred video. So they can use many artistic effects and many graphics, stickers, which makes it more interesting and engaging for the students. And also it is like students are more engaged with the technology. What I believe that if they are good at TikTok or making their shorts for the internet, so if we use the same technology in the education, it will interest them and it will actually for good, right? So then teacher provides the feedback to individual students. This is very important actually, because in the normal classroom, what happens? Sometimes we give individual feedbacks, but most of the time our feedbacks are public. So anything we talk to a student in normally public, feedback are public. So they get sometimes a student get offended, but it's not the case in the flip case. You have two choices. Either you have you can add a public feedback to the student, or you can have a simple one-to-one feedback also. So it can give the student a personalized touch, and he will be more prepared from home when he is coming back to the class. Here I'm sharing a screen sample with you, where a teacher can also grade his idea on the basis of a certain rubric, or he can also give some textual feedback. Even a video feedback is also possible, one-to-one. So it's like students applies their learning for they expand their further knowledge by after getting the feedback from the teacher, and actually student attempts to learn more complex tasks as they expand the learning. So it's like technology is being used in and out of the classroom, but a tool is being used as the Flipgrid. And the mission of this tool is also to empower every learner on the planet to share their voice and respect the diverse voices of others. So basically empathy is being empowered. And how do we use Flipgrid? There are a number of ways in which it can be used. It can be used from pre-KG to high school, university, staff and personal learning communities, or your in-journal community, or school events, college events, sale performance trainings, team collaborations, wherever you think it can be used. Create a group, create a topic of discussion, and spread the code among your learners or among your group and get the video responses to that discussion. Just and you can give one-to-one feedback. Amazing tool. So now we come to the next one. It has a repository too. If you talk about, it's called a Disco library, where we can have like thousands of resources from educators around the globe, and we can have their we can build upon those resources to construct our lessons. So it will help us in various subjects where we are not expert or where we are not comfortable to prepare to initiate a topic of discussion. So it's always empowering every voice. The aim behind is to build the key skills which I talked about: 21st century skills, communication, critical thinking, collaboration, right? Curation, many other skills which we want to inculcate, including creativity, among our students. So the next tool is the Wakelet. Wakelet is a collaborative tool, basically. So what is a collaborative learning? Actually, collaborative learning is an educational approach to teaching and learning that involves the group of students working together to achieve a common objective or goal via it was like solving a problem, completing a task, and creating a product. So collaborative learning strengthens the communication of students and helps them to grow into productive members of the team, right? So when we use Wakelet in our classrooms or for the teacher training, we focus on those 5 skills. They are collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, communication, and curation. After completing the training, educators will be able to improve the collaboration, communication, teamwork things here. And critical thinking and creative skills will be enhanced. Free learning platform, digital citizenship for the students is also inculcated by this platform. So how educators around the world use Wakelet? They use it as a newspaper, as a press platform. They use it as a research platform. They use it as to plan the lessons or events. They can create a repository of resources. I can call it very much similar to a Google Classroom, but it lacks only few characteristics of an LMS. Otherwise, it's a free LMS kind of thing. So it encourages collaboration, which is very important. More than one students or educators can work together on a single platform. You can create your newsletter, portfolios, digital stories, projects, works. I remember last year, our students submitted their synopsis in the form of video tutorials through Flipgrid, but their textual and project work in the form of images and everything was uploaded in the Wakelet through various collections. So it can be used as you want, right? Wakelet can be used for collaborations, book reviews, personalized blended learning, flipped video lessons, as well as note taking, sharing, many other things, right? It's a free platform which allows you to save, organize, and share content from across the web, right? So understanding Wakelet in simple 4 steps: you bookmark the things across the web, you organize those in collections and collaborate with your class, with your educator, with your PLCs, and share your learnings or finding or your research among the educator or your learning communities, right? Now, what is bookmarking? Bookmarking is like anything you like on the internet, you curate, and it's an informative and very important thing for you. You go to the web, you find anything interesting on YouTube, which is useful for your classroom, or Twitter, or you find anything very good at Google Docs, or even Pinterest or Instagram. You can include it. You by bookmarking it into your collections. So, you organize your content in multimedia content, rather audio, video, even images or textual, and in a very easy manner. You can collaborate more than one people can collaborate on a collection. They can add simultaneously on a collection, and each one's contribution is actually mentioned in the collection, that who has contributed what, right? And then once you have prepared something exciting, or you have organized to create a useful collection, you can share it across your learning community, or in fact with your personal learning group or your class, wherever you want, right? So one of the important thing is you can also embed a collection in your websites or blogs, and it's very important thing, because it's like embedding your whole collection in another website. It's very interesting too. So it's all about bookmarking, organizing, collaborating, and sharing. So it's a very important tool and very easy tool to implement the flipped classroom approach, because here also the teacher can share or initiate a discussion, or share some topic or video about a topic with the students, and the students can collaboratively contribute to one collection, or they can come prepared with some research of the data, and they submit the collection to the classroom, created in the classroom collection, created in the Backlit, and teacher can evaluate them and give personalized feedback in order to enhance their learning, and they can come prepared in the classroom with prior knowledge, and it can help them to get better. So it's available in every platform, in the App Store, Play Store, everywhere it is. And the thing is, you can load tons of resources here. You can create any number of repositories here, and that too for free. So it's a free to use, and it also provide you in even Flipgrid and Backlit both provide you a community learning support, where you can do some courses, you can attend their webinar, or you can enjoy certain tips to use these tools on regular basis through their webinars, trainings, and you can get certified too, so that your CV can be upgraded, that you are actually adding some skills into your kitty. So it's like that. So I believe that this flipped classroom approach is an amazing thing, and I have used it in my classroom a lot, and we have got amazing results from students. And I'm going to share some slides. Maybe I'm going to share one or two, like if I talk about a white light collection, I'll share one or two examples where I've used flipped classroom with the students, and student has turned up by creating very good resources and collaborating on a single platform. So as I am a computer science educator, so I teach Python to my student. So I wanted them to contribute to this collection, and I give them some project work where they can create their own learning curve through. They should move from to the transformational phase, where they can analyze their learning curve, and they can contribute their own audio videos which are created by them on a particular subject, and I could create a repository. Here are some videos created by my students and contributed to this collection. You can see every collection is contributed, every video is contributed by some different student here, and names are all together, because different students were working at various videos. So they actually worked on the whole syllabi and whole curriculum, and they translated the whole textbook into video tutorials. It was the project, and it was very well done by them through various video editing tools, but they contributed their learning and shared with me on this platform. Backlit. May I show one or two one video with you created by my students here.
Hello everyone, myself Kundan Bharadwaj.
It's about the data types in Python.
We are going to talk about data types in Python. So let's get started. Here you can see a Python program. We have many integers and sentences in it. Actually, these are data. There are many data types in Python. Let's know about them. Mainly, there are 8 data types in Python. As you can see here, we have some numeric data types which are integers, floating points, and complex.
So the point is, as a teacher, as an educator, you can see how your students are learning the things. Are they going in the right track in which you want them to go? So here, my students created actually open educational resources for the students to come for the next batches. They are a repository for us, and they are all created in the flipped manner, and they are all created by the different students. So every book is customized by them in their own language, in their own way of animating the things. So it is very productive. It's all flipped classroom. So similarly, Flipgrid has also been used to do the same things. I think I'm done here, and I would like to, I believe that I have not crossed the line in terms of time. It's a half an hour. So I'm open to question answers here. If anybody wants to ask any question, please, I'm open to it. Or you can email any of your query to amit.nfu@gmail.com, or you can follow me on tweets at amit_nfu. And I would like to thank again IAU and Corina Suchrea for giving me this chance to share my learning in the domain of flipped classroom and how I implement it with you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you.